Your rent roll is probably lying to you. When you download your rent roll every month and look at the expected cash that you get, does it match the actual money that hits your bank account? Or are you expecting more than what you actually receive? Rent roll is the #1 culprit to killing your cash flow because landlords and property managers compete for top-notch rent and will do anything to get it. And what ends up happening is high-risk tenants, long vacancies, and everything else that can come with not collecting 12 months of consistent rent. Too many landlords and property managers focus on offense when defense is the #1 thing that you can do to win for actual cash flow. And that is why your rent roll may be crushing your bank account. If you're marketing your property at $2,000 a month as a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but it really should be going for $1,900, is the extra $100 worth the risk that you may be taking on with a higher risk tenant that may have low credit, criminal background, collections accounts, evictions on their record, and so on? Is it really worth the $100 that you might be able to get on your rent roll for the next 12 months? Are you willing to risk the $1,200 of potential for all of the costs that can occur with this type of tenant? The property may sit longer vacant if you're asking for too much. Once you have it rented at too much, you may have rent that doesn't actually arrive in the bank account. These are all things that we see when property owners are trying to compete offensively to collect the most amount of money for their rent to create positive cash flow. And what we've seen work best is defensive tactics. So negotiating with handymen, making sure your property manager isn't charging you too much to manage the property. Other things like making sure that the well-qualified tenant will pay every single month. If your house is occupied, you better be making sure that there's rent coming in. And there's only so much risk you should take to try to offensively make more money. And that's where property managers come in and can bring you to the promised land or take you away from it very quickly, depending on their goals and how they perceive to create cash flow for you. If your rent roll is super high, but your stress is as well, this may be a leading factor that you need to be looking defensively than offensively. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree.